How's it going? Ken here from Bleeding Sun. Um, Figured hop on here and make a video on talking about the song "Hopeless." Um, "Hopeless" is our third release um, out of however many batch of songs that we have, and trust me, we have a lot more coming. But this one in particular, I kind of wanted to take some time and talk about. Um, it's a very important song that I think a lot of people should hear. I know, I mean, I don't want to speak for all of us, but I know for me, this song has impacted me um, for what it is and what I've been through, and the ups and downs and life testing you. So I'll get into that a little bit today, and just figured it's time to kind of share my story and get a little insight on my background and how this relates to the song. Basically, I guess you could say this is our ballad because it's a slow song. It's a dark song. Um, the vibe of it's very acoustic, very kind of down in the dumps. And I know it's hard not to write about that stuff, because we all feel it. Like, especially right now, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that we cannot control, and whether we like it or not, we're still stuck with having to deal with it. So, um, just to kind of give a background on me, um, I'm 34. Uh, I've lived near or in Chicagoland my whole life. Um, Married, happily married. Have a dog. We want to have kids. We want the whole shebang. Um, Growing up, I've had some health issues. Um, on top of you know parents divorcing at a young age and feeling lost and all that. So, but part of my story is with the song "Hopeless" is that when I was 17 years old, I was diagnosed with a very aggressive bone cancer called osteosarcoma. Um, Had it in my right distal femur. Technically, it was right above my knee. Um, the tumor was basically, I want to say, the size of like a half a grapefruit. I don't know, but it started hurting, and for quite a few months, I started getting this weird sensation in my leg. And mind you, I was going into senior year that year, um, when I was diagnosed, and at the time, I was a 17-year-old, gonna be 18. Your senior year, you're like, yeah, like I'm gonna graduate. College was not in front of me. School wasn't always that great for me. I liked going to school. A lot of it didn't interest me, but I was in band and I was in music, and that's kind of where I started my musical journey. Well, the bone cancer really threw a curveball in my life. Um, Again, senior year of high school, I was able to attend. A lot of it was done at home, but again, I only needed a certain amount of credits to graduate. So, but that was a very rigorous treatment plan, road to recovery. Was diagnosed in June of '05. Completed, I don't even know how many rounds of chemo. Certain chemo put me in the ICU. I lost over 100 pounds. Um, but I never questioned my mortality and, like, am I going to die or anything. There were a couple times where it was like, oh shit, we ain't screwing around now. This is for real. I've definitely had my fair share of, issues on that front, but um, I had that resilience of being 17 and kind of being like, all right, well, this is what we got to do, so let's do it. Fast forward. to 2018, and I was diagnosed with a rare lymphoma called plasmablastic lymphoma. Started out as a mouth growth. It regressed by itself. Doctors still don't know how that happened. So we were kind of in the clear. This was about 6 months after I met my wife. And, getting that diagnosis again really, really does something to you. You kind of start feeling like, okay, the rug is going to get pulled out from underneath me again. And that's where the hopelessness comes. And you start feeling hopeless. You start feeling, where's the end game? Where's, what happens next? And, during that time, it was really hard to, it was kind of hard to grasp. And knowing that you have to go through all this again. So, at that time, I got diagnosed, and then it went away, and then we monitored it, and then the next year, it came back, and it popped up in my bones. And then from there, we did 4 rounds of chemo, and then I did a stem cell transplant. Was clear for about 2 years or so, and then October of 2020, we bought our first house. And we physically moved in about a week before Christmas time, the Christmas holiday. And all of a sudden, I started growing another mouth lesion. Went to the dentist. They said, it's probably just an ulcer or something. Went to an oral surgeon just to be safe. They did a biopsy, and it came back that plasmablastic lymphoma. And, I'll tell you, my wife jumped out of her chair. It was another diagnosis that you just didn't want to hear. And I'm not, I don't want to dive too into that, but I feel like me sharing some of my journey through life relates to this song. The first line of the song, time escapes everyone, and here I am starting again. That line right there, just out the gate, kind of really impacted me. It hit home because that's how I constantly have been feeling the last 17 years. That's half my life. On top of, being a child of divorce early on, 5-6 years old. So when you start to enter adulthood, you start to feeling that hopelessness. At this point in time is poisoning, so why can't I turn and run? Again, it's like whatever you're going through, shit hits the fan. And when it does, it could really bring you to your knees. And the only thing that can help you get out of that is you. Nobody is coming to save you. Get up and be your own hero. Now, that's easier said than done. Believe me. You ask my wife, I had my fair share of meltdowns and, short fused, and you lose a lot of confidence too. Feeling hopeless is like you feel worthless, and I guarantee you we all feel that at some point in our lives. Our brains weren't designed to be happy 24/7, but that's up to us to control it, find balance. The chorus of this song, I've fallen along the way, got no time for sympathy. This is exactly how I live my life. I try to tell everybody I'm not a dweller, I'm a doer, but I'll tell you, there have been times where I haven't listened to my own advice. And I think it's important that, songs like this need to be heard because a lot of people can relate. A lot more than we realize. Clueless thoughts that's never been. And I wish I wasn't right here. Again, it's the song is just kind of reminding you of, like, yeah, this happens, and life can really get you down. And I've learned that you got to pick yourself up and just keep going. I know it's easier said than done, but trust me. Um, Part of my journey and experience growing up with cancer is one day I kind of finally accepted the fact that cancer is a lifelong journey, and it's not, you can't really escape it. You can either get treatment or don't. It's life's gamble. Anyway, so I don't want to drag that on. I'm all good health wise. This song means a lot to me. We're all singing on it. Me, Brett, and Gabriel, we're all kind of singing on it. The song itself kind of has an Alice in Chains vibe, meaning, I kind of treat it as like a Rooster type of a vibe. Brett pretty much wrote this song. This song was kind of already done. Gabriel and I just kind of put our 2 cents in. We're all singing on it. The instrumentation's there. We all tracked our parts. But yeah, this one was definitely one of Brett's that came in and, said, hey, would this be good on a record or, a song release? And I was like, yeah, people need to hear this song. And I just really hope it resonates with people like it did with me, because I was tracking harmony vocals for it, and I listened back to a take that I did, and I didn't mix it or anything, but I heard another voice, and I put myself in the tears a little bit, because hearing back stuff that you contributed to and just how everything connected together, it pulled some heartstrings on me. So, and I can only hope it does that to you too. And music is the ultimate outlet. It's the ultimate therapy. It's the ultimate drug. And it's always there when you want it. It's a constant reminder of hey, you're going through some bullshit, but you're going to be fine. It's always that one thing that doesn't let you down. So, other than that, I just, I appreciate everybody that's listened to our music and continue to support us and follow us. And, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok. We're going to be doing a podcast too. I think I think we're okay to announce that. I hope so. I'm sure one of the guys will edit out more than half this shit. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. And I appreciate the time, and I appreciate everybody that's supporting us. And we got a lot more work to do, and it's going to be a fun journey. So, everybody take care. If you're feeling hopeless, just know it'll get better. If I can do it, you can do it. Take care, guys.